second pillar we would like to address is about tailoring, customization, and extension of Applied Safe. And what customers usually can do, they use the pre-built tailoring, and you can execute those tailored processes in their own instance, so you can run variations on the various levels, which allows at the end to reduce waste and save money. And with that, you can control and steer the process adherence with using existing metrics. So what we would like to show is that in SAFE there is the new value stream, and there is a collapse and expand button in Applied Safe. And what we have done in SAFE and what we have done in Applied Safe is that you can instantiate a portfolio, and having underneath various variations, you can have a 3-level or 4-level configuration in Applied Safe and all those combinations in between. And I would like to show you how that looks like in Stages itself in Applied Safe. And we have our staging environment. This is the exact thing which you will get in early April as well in your playground areas. And we have a 4-level configuration and a 3-level configuration. And this is all done by instantiation and tailoring of the processes. We'll show later some differences in between that, but this is really possible to work that. And it's not only a picture, it's also all work products, processes, activities, and roles get added or removed depending on your configuration. So how is that done? Technically, we can go to the presentation. We have modeled it that way that we have a workspace for an enterprise, and an enterprise can have several portfolios, and the portfolio can either have directly some value streams included or directly some programs in one portfolio. And of course, it's also possible that we have a portfolio with value streams including several programs and direct some programs in the portfolio. And then, of course, we have all those instantiated workspaces of team within one program. Sometimes if you look at that, it looks a little bit flat, and what we have included also in our guided tour now is examples on what will that look like. And we have like a Swiss banking institute, which would be one enterprise, and this enterprise specifically would run 3 portfolio right now: the trading portfolio, payments portfolio, customer portfolio. And the trading portfolio would run 2 value streams with its programs and teams, and 1 program directly, which is a street side. So you would really find those different instances in your workspace organization, in your hierarchy of Applied Safe. And what we are using for that is the tailoring mechanisms as they are built into Applied Safe, and we have a specific model for that. This is also in your model report or in the guiding tours as well. We have our process model, which consists of process elements. These are the work products, activities, processes, roles, and so on. And the process model also consists of tailoring questions. And based on those tailoring questions, they may have some follow-up questions as well. So it's built on a hierarchical question tree. And depending on your answer, there will be more answers asked or not. And at the end, this is the whole tailoring of the specific instances as well. If you look at the numbers, we have 280 tailoring options, and this is a lot, but in mean, usually you have to answer 12 questions and then you're done with one specific level. You see that we have taken all those options as described in SAFE into our tailoring options as well, but these are 35% of our tailoring options. Almost double of that size we have in the tailoring options of Applied Safe, because that is also included in the instantiations and the various practices as we use it for the regulated environments. The number of the tailoring options, you see most of them are again in the value stream and on portfolio, because those are really the things which can be handled very differentially and specifically. We have enlarged as well the Tailoring Assistant with the questions. You see here the newest tailoring questions as they are on enterprise level, where we ask about the strategic alignment. This would include a lot of classes, activities, work products, and so on. And we have enlarged the answers as well, so you really don't need any additional guide on answering this. So you can have all the information available to answer those tailoring questions directly. So for that, I would like to show the staging environment, and then we're going to go into details of Applied Safe as well again. And for that, I would like to hand over to Stefan.
Maybe, yeah, you could show me the slides again. So.
Yeah, my mistake, sorry.
Great, thank you very much, Peter. So, starting from the enterprise level, we did extend all the level 5 elements that we've already had with those parts from SAFE that belonged into those areas. These areas are strategic management, governance, acquisition, organizational learning, and organizational process training. The last two I've already showed. The others you will see later on, and Peter will explain a little bit more details on the level 5 processes. And if we extend it to practice library, I'd like to mention again that we have the whole practice library on enterprise level that gives the chance that we can inherit all the practices that are needed on one of the underlying layers like value stream or program. We can just inherit them down, but the complete practice library is on enterprise level with MBSC, set-based design, and so on. On portfolio level, a big part is the coordination. Maybe I can just show it already here. Yeah, the coordination differences that you might see. I go now in the third level model first, and we go from the third level model directly now into the portfolio level that we are talking about. And there you might remember there is a coordination part. Now on the third level model, when we have a very easy model, we've decided here, for example, we don't need any kind of value stream coordination. I mean, there is no any value stream levels underneath or big value streams. So the value stream implementation itself and the coordination is delegated to the arts. So you don't do it on the portfolio level. So and you can see that now with the dotted or dashed boxes in the process model, this is all tailored away. Whereas if you go back in the 4-level model, you will see that there is more to be done on portfolio level. I have the same view now, but I'm in another instance. That's not important. That's an other instance of the portfolio. And now you can see that you have blue boxes. They are really alive. They are here, and they need to be executed. Like, for example, the coordination of release management for all the value streams or multiple solutions, or that they perform roadshows for your clients on portfolio level, or that they coordinate the deployment with an own DevOps team. So that's very nice to show how we can implement that with tailoring, and makes it much easier for the teams to use, because they then only see what is really available, and all the tailored away elements they don't have to bother and care about. I go back to the presentation. The next part is the enterprise Kanban, and as you might remember, there is a huge Kanban system from portfolio over value stream to program level. You see that on the right side, that's the original SAFE content. On the left side here on this slide, you see the implementation that we have done in Applied SAFE. One specific excerpt from the value stream level. And now the good thing here is as well, there are two parts in these Kanbans, as you might remember. There is an epic part, and on the value stream level there is a capability part, and on the art level there is a feature part. And the epic part can be tailored away. It's optional. And now what we implemented is the same with tailoring again, if you go into the value stream, for example, and I show here you the Kanban that we are using here, then you can see that for this specific implementation we decided here, hey, we don't need a Kanban for the Epic, so you see that again with the dashed boxes, the Epic Kanban is not existent, and you have only on the right side the capability Kanban that is still here. And that can be easily steered over tailoring questions dependent on the needs of the value stream. But that's really alive, and that's a huge help then for the teams for the application of SAFe. So then we go down on the program and value stream levels. Here again, depending on how, if you do have a 3 or 4 level program, the program looks different. And I can show you again that in applied SAFe, we are here now in the 4 level setup again. And if I go to program, the program itself in a 4 level model does not have a solution because the whole solution management is steered over the value stream level. And therefore I click here on release management just to show you the release management again is dashed, so it's tailored away, it's not existed because it's executed on the value stream level. Whereas I can also go back, just go into the 3 level model that you can see there. I take the program instance now on the 3 level model, I go again on release management, and now with the blue boxes again you see the release management process is here, it's not tailored away, it's alive and can be performed by the team on program level because the program here has to execute release management.
If you don't want to see those tailoring informations which you show here on the top, you just say in your own personal settings you don't want to see it, and it will be taken away from you as well.
Exactly. So that's just to show a little bit how we can play around. There are many of these areas. One other, I can show you a small implementation, but a nice one also on team level. You might remember that on team level we can decide between a Scrum or a Kanban team. And here, for example, on 3 level, we have implemented a Kanban team. As I can remember, or is it the other one? No, that's the Kanban team, exactly. So there you can see that, for example, you don't plan in tasks, you don't detail the iteration planning that much as you would do it in a Scrum team. Some elements are not here, like the tasks, for example. Practices like Scrum XP are not here. And if I go on the execution side, I just prepare here the establishment of the tracking. You can see that there is not a Scrum board, but on the other hand, you have a Kanban board, including classes of service, what you see here in the last picture. Where you have 3 different classes of services, just as an example that can be used on Kanban board. And if you go in the staging area on the 4 level model here, we have tailored it differently. So if you go on team level, and I just show you the execution, that you don't use too much time, but if I do the establish iteration tracking, you can see now we have directly a Scrum board. All the other stuff that is needed to manage the Kanban is not available here. And so it does not confuse the teams because only those elements are here that are really used when you decide either with Scrum or we do with Kanban. We can also combine it into Scrumban so that you can make a combination of Scrum and Kanban. That's also possible.
And it looks like they are the same processes, right? Is that correct, Stefan?
Yeah, I mean, regarding the implementation, it's completely the same. And I mean, the whole integration into the art has to be done the same way because, I mean, the Kanban team at the end has to deliver PI objectives, for example, into the art. So it's completely the same, but just parts of the execution are done differently. And that's really nice now because that's alive. That's kind of an easy guidance for the teams that way.
Great, it looks really great. I think we have to do a specific webinar just on Scrum and Kanban. That's really interesting. But
thank you very much for your attention. For any kind of information, please get in contact with us on PEDCO@appliedsafe.com or visit our homepage, appliedsafe.com. We would like to hear from you.